So tell me about what you guys are doing today.
We're here as part of two youth empowerment organizations, Coolspeak and Gear Up. And Coolspeak and Gear Up have teamed together to create a series of classroom takeovers where we come into 9th and 10th grade classrooms today and tomorrow, and we just simply overtake a classroom and talk with them specifically about one thing, and that is poetry, sharing their voice, and maybe even considering doing it on a stage in what we call a poetry slam.
So how would you define a poetry slam?
Oh, that's a great question. The prevailing theory is that it started in the 1980s by a Chicago construction worker who was taken to a poetry slam with his girlfriend and was bored out of his mind. And he thought, there's got to be a way to make this more engaging for the audience. Why don't we make it a game show where the audience is part of the show, and we're going to randomly pick 5 people who hopefully look nothing alike, and we're going to give them Olympic scorecards that flip from 0.0, meaning, whoa, that's the worst poem I've ever heard, to 10.0, meaning, whoa, that's the best poem I've ever heard. And we'll drop the high score and we'll drop the low score and we'll keep the 3 in the middle, and the poet at the end of the night who gets the highest cumulative score will be this poetry slam champion of the night. And they'll be applauded for their efforts, and the audience gets to feel a part of the show, and it sort of turned it into a big, beautiful spectacle.
So, they get to see these amazing individual engaged students on a different approach and level, and by seeing that, it adds to their ability and their capacity to do it. The kids get the opportunity to see individuals that are truly amazing. Joaquin, Tim, and Natty are some of the best poets in the country.
Awesome.
He's the former world champion, right? And they get to see them, meet them, talk to them, and realize they're just like them. They come from similar backgrounds, similar cultures, and they really make the connection, but they also learn how to take all the things that they've been thinking and feeling over the last few years and give them a positive outlet for it.
Poetry is one of those things that you can, it's so small, but it's so impactful and dense that it does a lot of work for, a lot of work gets done with a poem that it takes a longer time with a novel. So I think for teachers who are crunched on, how do we fit all this in? How do we do all that? I think poetry is often overlooked because of the way we were taught it in grade school, which is it's boring, it's outdated, and really there's so many new poets who are great and brilliant, and so we're just trying to expose kids to there's more than one way to write poetry.
For me, the best part of slam, other poets have said this, and I find it to be true. The best part of slam poetry is the poetry, and it's just like Tim said, it's a gathering. It's a celebration of words, which I love.
Anything else?
You catch me on SoundCloud. No, that's it.
Slam poetry competition is tomorrow, correct?
Yeah.
Are you participating?
Yes.
Yes, you want to tell me a little bit about it?
Well, we have this workshop, and it's from 4 to 6 today, and then I'm assuming we're gathering some, different, poetry aspects and, learn more about it so that we can create our poem and present it tomorrow and compete.
Okay.
6 to 8 tomorrow. Anybody's welcome.
Okay.
And then 9th and 10th grade is the only ones that are, able to, compete.
Okay. And really